Hey beauties, and welcome back to another Shop Mouse Day. As you guys can see, we are at a different angle this morning. It is Friday morning. I'm going to go ahead and take a jump start in switching out my products for my Shop My Stash because I do work midday today, unfortunately. But I'm so excited to get rid of some of these products. Well, not some, just one. But as you guys can see, I have this little organizer now on top of my vanity. That's the angle that we're looking at. It's the corner of my vanity. I got tired of, because my chair does not pull out, I got tired of moving my chair to open my drawer and get my makeup. So for now, this is where we're going to keep my Shop My Stash. So it's just a little bit more accessible for me, especially in the mornings when I'm late, to get ready. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the one that I'm saying that I'm so excited to get rid of, or not get rid of, but not use anymore. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. I do not like this. As you can see, like there's some usage now on this. I do not like this foundation. It is so thick. It's so hard to blend. It gives a really pretty finish at first application, like once you finally blend it out. But throughout the day, it just looks horrible, and I don't like this foundation at all. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if there's anybody else who has the same shade range as I am, where I could give this away. I might just end up decluttering it. I'm not entirely sure. I'll figure it out though, but don't like this. So not much to say about this product because I do love it. I did use it in combination with its sister, I guess. This one from the Prime Essence. Sorry, I was going to say from Essence, but it's not, from Touch and Soleil. So it says that you could use this before using this one and then use these two in combination. I was desperate to find something that left my skin really moisturized because I wanted that moisturized look with that foundation, and this did help the first day, especially with the new application technique, but afterwards it was just the same issue, so I was like, nope, can't do it. But I enjoy it. It's not bad. My ColourPop blush, I think I have to declutter. As much as I would dig into it, like there was just no pigmentation coming off. At least that's what it felt like. At least not with my brushes, but when I go in with my finger, I can see pigment, so I'm not sure. I kept trying to use it, but I felt like you couldn't see any blush unless this is like a really light blush, and now that I like more an intense blush, it's not good enough for me, so I'm not sure. We'll keep it and we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. My Becca highlight, which is the Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop. Really good highlight. I obviously do enjoy this highlight, but I was leaning more to my Fenty highlight. This highlight is so pretty. I love it because you can use it very lightly and it gives you this little pretty glow within skin, or you could build it up and it's like a super beaming highlight, so it's really, really good. Truly did enjoy it. My Park Avenue Princess palette, really good. She's gorgeous. I mainly stuck to two shades in this palette, which were these two right here. Oops, sorry, out of frame. These two right here, but she's really, really pretty. I did always enjoy this palette when I pull it out. Then this powder, I felt like also didn't really help very much with the foundation because it is a mattifying mattifying powder, but I know I do like this powder, so I'm not going to blame it on the powder. And then the Pretty Vulgar concealer. Oh my god, I love this concealer. It's just as good as I remember it. I truly did enjoy using it. I want to keep it in for another week, but I can't because I have to rotate my makeup. I have too much of it not to. Then I am going to go ahead and trade out this mascara. I have been enjoying it. It does what it says. It does not smudge. It does not flake. It does last all day, literally until I wash it off. I noticed that it gives my eyelashes some length, but it doesn't help with the curling, which I also need. So, good mascara. I do like it. Very affordable. Essence is really, really amazing with their mascaras. Okay, and then the things that I have right here on this top drawer here, these are all my Project Pan items, so those are just going to live there. So that's it. Let's go ahead and shop my stash. Okay, that way, so we're going to start with face products. Let's see, what type of foundation do I want to use? I kind of want to use my Born This Way foundation from Too Faced and the concealer, because I feel like I haven't used it in a long time, but I think I have a new concealer that I want to use, and typically I like to use these together. So I think, let's use this one. I think I'm going to use my El Maquillage foundation. I haven't used this since I purchased it basically, so I'm going to go ahead and take her out for the week. And right now that I went to go put my foundation on my vanity, I realized we didn't talk about the Jaclyn Hill palette. This palette is so pretty. I've used so many of the shades. I really got some good usage out of her this week, so this kind of motivates me to get new, or not new, but my bigger eyeshadow palettes out more often, because I created so many different looks throughout the week using this palette. It was insane. It was so pretty, and I did get a lot of compliments with several of my looks, except for one, I think, or two, but that's fine. I mean, I don't wear makeup to get compliments. I just wear it because I love it. So really, really pretty. I actually truly enjoyed this eyeshadow palette. It's so pretty. Okay, now we're going to pick out a primer, and I think that's a mattifying primer, so I am going to want something to contrast with that, something a little bit more on the glowy side. I feel like I haven't used this one in a while. We'll take this one. This one's my VDL Illuminator Primer Fresh. So it's like, it's supposed to give your skin like a glass finish, a really shiny, pretty finish. I don't think it does anything for your pores, which is fine. But I did get this on Influencer, and I remember liking it. As you guys can see, I did use quite a bit of it. One thing that I like about this is you can see your usage. But I'm going to go ahead and take this one for this week. And as you guys can see, I did move some stuff around. I do have a new organizer, and I love the way it looks. I got this off of Amazon, which will be on Amazon favorites. It's going to be coming up soon in the following weeks, so look out for that. But we're going to go ahead and pick out our mascara. Now I know I've used all the Essence. I think before that I did use this one. I don't like that one, so I don't want to use it. I guess I'll take this one, see if it still works. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Push-Up Drama Mascara, if my camera would focus. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm not sure if this is dried out, but if it is, I'll go ahead and declutter it. I do have several other mascaras that I can be using as well, so we'll give this one a try this week. Now we're going to do concealers. As you guys can see, if I lower you, I do have a lot more concealers now, or at least it looks like it. See, I felt like I had a new one. Don't I have a new one? Maybe it was this one.
So correct here.
So I do have the El Maquillage concealer, but she is really, really light. That I think that if I took this one on its own anyways, I would look like crazy highlighted. So maybe I could take this one and the ColourPop Pretty Fresh and use these together, because the ColourPop Pretty Fresh, at least in this shade, is a tad bit too dark for my liking, at least as far as concealer. So maybe with the two mixed together, I'll like it. So we're going to go ahead and do that just so I could get some usage out of them. I already have corrector, so we don't need to pick that out. Then for powder, most of my loose powders are in this drawer, but I did place the other one up here because there was no more room, as you guys can tell. I think I'm going to take... I was going to take the NYX, but I know that's a mattifying one. So I'm going to take this one. This one's from Lancome. And as you can see, she is almost done. which is exciting. I never used to get excited finishing my makeup. I would get sad because I'd have to buy a new one and I couldn't afford to do it. But now I have so much that I need to use it or it's all going to expire. But super excited. Look, it's almost done. So we're going to go ahead and take this one for this week. Now for the fun part that you all love. This drawer. Okay, so I feel like most of the looks that I'll be coming up with this week, just because I already know what I'm going to be using, will require a more neutral blush, I feel like. So, like maybe this one from Pretty Vulgar, she's pretty. The packaging is really pretty, and this one's in the shade Hush Blush, and it's like a really pretty muted pink. Looks kind of browny, but it's a pink. So we'll take that one for this week, and I have the two other ones from my project pan that I can use. Okay, and then for bronzer this week, sorry, constantly adjusting. For bronzer this week, I think I am going to take that Bare Minimals bronzer, because I'm pretty sure it has been a while since I've used it, which is this one right here. She is a really pretty bronzer. I do really actually enjoy this bronzer. So we're going to take that one for this week. Now for highlight. What do I want to use? I think I kind of want to stick to powder too, so we're going to go ahead and take the e.l.f. times Nabella Noir powder. This one's actually really pretty. It's more like a gold highlight, so like always, I always take two, one gold and one to contrast the gold. I think maybe a pinky highlight would work. So yeah, this one from Laura Geller that is a really pretty baby pink highlight. We've already used the e.l.f. one, but we have this one from Maybelline, which is the Master Chrome, and this is in the shade Rose Gold Molten. That's a really pretty pink highlight as well. And let's do maybe this one. I haven't used this one, it was back there. This is the Wet n Wild highlighting powder and Precious Petals. Yeah, we'll take this one. Okay, and then we're back over here on my shelf because you guys guessed it, I am going to be using my new Huda Beauty, the Mercury Retrograde palette. This palette looks so pretty. I've only used it one time, and that was to create a look for Instagram, but I can't wait to use her, so we're going to go ahead and pull her for this week. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have all the products here. Again, for foundation and concealer, we have the El Maquillage. And then I also have the ColourPop because the El Maquillage is too light for me, but we're going to go ahead and mix those in. For primer, I have the VDL Illuminaire Primer Fresh. Setting powder, we have Lancome. For mascara, we have the Maybelline The Falsies Mascara. Let's see, for bronzer, we have the Bare Minimals bronzer. For blush, we have the Pretty Vulgar blush. And then for highlight, let me move that out of the way before I knock them down. For highlight, we have the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlight and the e.l.f. loose powder in collaboration with Nabella Noir. So I don't know how this is going to work out for you guys. I don't know if you guys will still get the same joy of me putting them back here, but let's go ahead and do that. Alright beauties, that is basically it. These are all the items I'm going to be using for this week's Shop My Stash. I hope you guys truly did enjoy it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do post 2 times a week, every Wednesday and Saturday. Every Wednesday it's an additional beauty video, and every Saturday is a Shop My Stash just like this one. So if that's something that you are interested in, then go ahead and subscribe and join my beauty community here on YouTube. Anyways, loves, that's it. Until next time, bye!